Okay, guys, this is a very important public announcement. Microsoft has just acquired or has formed a deal with Activision Blizzard for $68.7 billion, which, if this deal goes through, Microsoft would own the likes of Call of Duty, Crash Bandicoot, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, everything Blizzard owns, StarCraft, Overwatch, I'm drawing a blank, World of Warcraft, Diablo, did I already say that? And also King Studios, which I think is behind Candy Crush. You'll see on my thumbnail just some of the ones that they got. But let's think about this, guys. Let's seriously think about this. Call of Duty does like what, 1.4 billion in its first week, if not its first freaking day, just on video games. And then Blizzard has freaking World of Warcraft that's been popular forever and ever and ever. And then Diablo has such a fan-followed base, or loyal fan base, that's just been wanting games forever. And then the last one they brought out took them, they waited 10 years to bring out another one. So just think about this. Think about how big this is. Like, okay, yeah, Tony Hawk's not that big anymore for as the franchise game. I love it. I personally love it. I remember first picking it up when I was a kid, playing it on the first PlayStation 1 at Target. Me and my little brother. It's like the best game ever. Whole reason why we bought a PlayStation back in the day, other than Grand Theft Auto. But think about this. So, you got Crash Bandicoot. That's a huge Sony thing. Tony Hawk was back in the day, but nobody's really done anything. But let's be real with that. But Call of Duty. Yeah, the last one wasn't the greatest, nor was it the biggest out of all the Call of Duties that we've had, but Call of Duty does shatter records. It beats out books, CDs, digital downloads, every video game, every movie at the box office. We're talking about everything. If you don't believe me, go and look it up. If you're a video gamer, you know what I'm talking about, and you know how serious of an acquisition this is, that Microsoft had bought this. So let's go ahead and read this and let's get right into it. This source comes from IGN. It just came out today, and I'll be honest, I was tickled pink, like giggling. I couldn't keep my crap straight. How Microsoft's Activision Blizzard purchase compares to other major entertainment acquisitions. Microsoft once again shifted the landscape of video games in early 2022 by announcing $68.7 billion deal to acquire Activision Blizzard, the gaming giant behind Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, and several other major franchises. The massive deal comes less than 2 years after Microsoft bought ZeniMax Media for then record $8 billion. It's a fascinating time for the game industry, which has experienced both unprecedented growth and unprecedented consolidation over the last couple of years. To put this latest purchase in perspective, we compiled a list of other major studio acquisitions and their cost across the video game, film, and television industries. In short, Microsoft Activision Blizzard deal is worth more than the next 15 most expensive game studio acquisitions combined, though it is topped by a few television deals. Read on or click through the gallery below to see how it compares to other notable acquisitions. Activision Blizzard deal compared to other major acquisitions. I'm looking at the Cinemax with the television stuff on here. The Xbox Activision deal compared. AT&T buys Time Warner for $85.4 billion in 2018. I didn't know that. In 2016, AT&T announced it was buying Time Warner for over $85 billion. The deal officially closed in 2018, gave AT&T ownership of Warner Brothers, DC Comics, HBO, Cartoon Network, and Adult Swim. AT&T has since merged Warner Media and Discovery, recouping $43 billion in the process. Prior to the deal, Time Warner and its subsidiaries were involved in some of the other biggest media acquisitions of all time. The company was acquired by AOL for $162 billion in 2000 via ABC News, while Charter Communication acquired Time Warner Cable for $56.7 billion in 2015. AT&T, meanwhile, was also involved in another media deal, buying DirecTV for $48.5 billion in 2014. Microsoft acquires Activision Blizzard. The story so far. Disney buys 21st Century Fox for $71.3 billion in 2019. Disney finalized its $70 billion purchase of 21st Century Fox in 2019, adding Deadpool, X-Men, Fantastic Four, and many other properties to its already massive stable of franchises. Fox movies and TV show properties headed to Disney. Microsoft buys Activision Blizzard for $68.7 billion in 2022, worth nearly $70 billion US dollars. Microsoft Activision Blizzard deal is by far the biggest games-related acquisition in history, turning Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Overwatch, Diablo, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and much more into the first-party franchise for Xbox. The deal is expected to be finalized by mid-2023. So what are your guys' takes on this? Like, let's just pause right here right now and talk about this. I mean, can you believe it? You know, like, whether you're a Microsoft fan, Xbox fan or not, and whether you're a hardcore Nintendo guy, hardcore Sony guy, you guys have to hand it to Microsoft. Microsoft's not backing down. They're not taking anyone's, and they'll come in, they're kicking and taking names. And let's face it, I mean, Sony's been buying some little studios here and there, yeah, for like $1 billion, whatnot, maybe $100 million, like they did for the Spider-Man ones and whatnot. Yeah, good job. Gotta hand it to Sony. Sony has always done that very well. Nintendo has the best freaking book of games in the world. We all know that. Even Microsoft tried to buy them back in the day when they were starting out. But I mean, for Microsoft to go this far and just buy, in my eyes, like all of the competition. So that leaves us, what, Ubisoft, Take-Two Interactive, EA? Am I missing anything? I feel like I'm not. I mean, other than the sports that EA has, and what else do they got? They got Titanfall, they got Battlefield. Oh, I know I'm missing a couple. Just leave them down in the comments and yell at me. I know I'm missing a couple. Like, my brain is like so fried right now for this big old acquisition. And then, you know, right here it says Take-Two, and I just saw this on the thing the other day. Take-Two buys Zynga Games for $12.7 billion in 2022, and I thought that was awfully ridiculous. I'm like, if they only make mobile games, and you guys just paid $12.7 billion for them, I thought that was a little crazy. But then again, remember back in the day when EA was like, they were gonna buy Take-Two Interactive, and they offered Take-Two Interactive something like, I don't know what it was. It was like, I could completely probably be out of the ballpark. I might be wrong, but it was like 16 billion or something like that. And then Take-Two laughed and said something like, "You got to do better than that." And then when they asked what they wanted, and Take-Two said something like, I don't know, it was like 45 billion or something like that. And then what was it? EA backed out of that. And it's like, if you think about it, they make Grand Theft Auto, which 10 years later, what is it, 10 plus years later? When did Grand Theft Auto 5 come out? Someone leave that in the comments down below for me. That game's still on the top like 10 charts to this day for being sold every week if you look at the charts. Like, it's crazy. Only other game up there is like Mario Kart. And you know, but that's Mario. But I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5 is still freaking up there, guys. And then we got, you know, Take-Two also made, you know, freaking so many of my favorite games, like BioShock. You know, crazy game at the time. Some of the best graphics. Scared the crap out of me at times too. It's like such a masterpiece, And then, you know, we also had Red Dead. Guys, I gotta be honest, I don't think I've ever spent so much time in all my time of playing Nintendo as a kid, playing PlayStation as a kid, did I ever spend so much time on my Xbox playing freaking Red Dead Redemption for like 3 years straight. Like, forget the the Serious 2.0 or the Serious 10,000 kill achievement on Gears of War back in the day on 2006 on Microsoft. Like, dude, I spent forever trying to get that. And then when they brought out Serious 2.0 with 50,000 kills, you know, that's a lot of dedication, that's a lot of time. But I'm telling you, like, I never played a game for so long as I did Red Dead Redemption. Like, I mean, just you could do anything whenever you want, and just it broke my heart when the game was over and I finally beat it. It's just like, you know, I beat it in a couple months, but it was like I really took my time. I really took my time to absorb it. I mean, Take-Two has some serious hitters. You know, what is it called? One of my biggest favorite games of all time. Like, and I'm gonna tell you guys now, if you have not played this, I'm begging you, I'm pleading you, if you are a hardcore gamer, if you like first-person shooters, if you like blood and gore, if you like pure action in your face game, you need to go do yourself a favor. They're like $5 brand new, maybe $10 brand new. You need to buy The Darkness 1 and The Darkness 2. Those games were so insane. Like, I'm not a comic book guy. I'm a big nerd at heart, but I've just never been into comic books. And I guess The Darkness came from the comic book series. The game is so unreal. So freaking unreal. So good. Starts with Jackie, I'm going to slaughter his last name, Casialdo. I can't say it. Anyways, his father's like, or his uncle's like part of the, kind of like a mob. But anyways, his girlfriend Jenny gets killed. And then, you know, this darkness finds him because of the emptiness in him and the anger in him. And, you know, and then you got these two giant things that freaking whoosh, whoosh, you know, tear your enemy's heart out, tear his head off, swallow his body. I mean, one of the most games of all time. Like, I'm telling you, how that game hasn't got a sequel yet, probably because it hadn't sold well, probably because it didn't have a lot of media behind it. I'm telling you guys, you gotta buy that freaking game. PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, PC, whatever you're on, buy it, play the game, let me know. I'm telling you, if you guys have played that, let me know down below, and let me know what's your favorite part, because I will talk about this game all night, but we gotta get past that, because what we're talking about is Microsoft buys Activision for $68.7 billion. I still can't believe it. Like, I still can't think straight, I can't read straight, as you can see, because I'm just like, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this. Like, you know, I love my Nintendo. I got two Switches right now, right? I got the PS4, I got the PS4 Pro, I got the PS5 disc version, I got the Series S, I got the Series X. You know, it wasn't easy to find, but I still got them. Yeah, I probably paid a lot more than I should have, but you know what? I'm a hardcore gamer and I love my freaking games, so I got them all. What is it called? But you know, I've been a big Xbox guy since back in the day. You know, I remember when we had the Nintendo 64 growing up, and you know, we had the PlayStation, and then you know the PlayStation 2 came out, and we got the PlayStation 2. But all my friends had this Dreamcast. Like, two of my friends had a Dreamcast, and it's like the rest of my friends had a Nintendo 64 or the PlayStation. And it's just, I just remember picking up the Dreamcast. It's like, oh my god, like the graphics were insane, the controller was insane, the color of the console was insane. It was so unique. And then, you know, the little touchscreen LCD screen on it. It might not have been touchscreen at the time, but the LCD, and then the fact that you could play online with your friends was crazy. Like, be playing with my downstairs neighbors. But yeah. But anyways, and you know, and then Microsoft comes out. You know, this console out of nowhere. You know, this console has a hard drive. You don't need a memory card. It's like, what? I still remember back in the day, and they telling us like, you never have to upgrade your console again. All right. And then supposedly they had wires that were wireless. Maybe that was just a rumor I was reading back in the magazines when I was like, what, 16? I don't know, maybe. But still, we gotta hand it to Microsoft from coming out from the bottom. You know, they have dug and dug and dug and dug and dug. And let's not forget, they were basically the top dog for a long time with the Xbox 360. And look how much they changed and formed the industry. So whether you hate Xbox, whether you hate Sony, whether you think Nintendo's too childless, this is what we need. We need serious freaking competition amongst all three of the big video game companies. You know, I wish Google Stadia was bigger. I wish we had some geniuses behind it. Not saying the people that worked at Google Studio are idiots at all means. I'm just saying we need more people behind the video game industry that are high up, like Phil Spencer, that understand the freaking gamers, that allow things like this to happen, that know how to sweet talk the big bosses like Bill Gates and be like, hey, this is going to make the company, X amount of dough, and it's going to make the company this big. We need competition like that. We always need competition. I'm not one for Monopoly. That's what a lot of people are saying, does this not fall under Monopoly? I wouldn't say it falls under Monopoly. I guess it could in a way, but why not? Why would it? Because it's being bought all at once. If you think about it, it's only 2 companies. It's not like Microsoft just went and said, oh, okay, I'm going to buy everything that Sony doesn't own, and I'm going to buy everything Nintendo doesn't own, and now we're going to be number 1. They didn't do that. They bought, Cinemax Studios, late last year? For what, 7.5 or 7.8, whatever it was, last year? And I thought that was crazy. And now it's like 68.7 billion. It's like, what? Like, oh my god, like, it's just crazy. But it's very, very exciting time too, guys. Like, very exciting time of where the video game industry is going, what we're doing with everything. Like, this is unreal. Like, here they're saying the video game industry's dead. Consoles are dead. We've been hearing that for years. Consoles are dead, blah, 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 blah. PC gaming's where it's at. I have an Alienware. I'm using it right now. I just prefer my console. It's easier to use, and it's just what I grew up on, honestly. I have friends that play freaking the heck out of the PC, but also have consoles. So I'm not one to sit here and say one's better than the other. I love them all, and I buy them all, and that's how I've always been. I might lean towards PlayStation at times because, they got a pretty looking console, or they got a really good game that I can't put down for a couple months. Then I might lean towards Microsoft a little more because, it's a game I can't put down. As you guys can see, I got the red Wii, 2 switches up there, the Animal Cross switch, and then I got the Xbox One X, Halo, should have been a 3rd box, but I gave that away. Look, Gears console, Last of Us headset, whatnot. And then I got my PlayStation stuff over there. Look, let me turn that for you guys. PlayStation 4 Pro, God of War, PlayStation 4 Pro, and the PlayStation 5 box to my right. Xbox Series X over to my right. But this is crazy. Like, let's do a little history. Halo was meant to launch on Mac computers as an exclusive for Mac computers back in the day before the Xbox had even launched. Microsoft bought that out from under them after Apple had already announced that on stage that was coming to not the PCs but the Mac computers. Microsoft did that. So we all got to remember this. Microsoft's not going anywhere. Yeah, they might be the richest, and they might not be the greatest at making games, but you have to hand it to them. Like, I think they're the most bad right now, if you get what I'm saying, as far as buying studios. Like, holy crap, like, right on Microsoft. Like, I'm a huge fan of them all, and I gotta say, ever since Phil Spencer's taken over, like, I've never been so proud to be a gamer. Like, finally somebody that gets it, that wasn't all about like corporate money, corporate greed, corporate money, corporate greed. It's like, this guy is a true hardcore gamer, and this guy just keeps growing and growing this franchise that we call Xbox through the sky. Sky's the limit. And I'm so excited to see that. And I'd really like, we got cloud gaming coming, we got Game Pass from Microsoft, we got let's talk about it. Xbox brought Xbox Live to us. It was the first time we could really widely play Xbox games. Back before, you're gonna go, oh, the Dreamcast. Well, if you look on your Dreamcast on the bottom right, that's this Microsoft Windows, like, what is it, SE or something like that, or CE? That was through Microsoft. So you have to hand it to Microsoft. And then, achievements. We got achievements and trophies now. and now Nintendo's in the talk about doing something amongst that on the next console. You know, Microsoft's really shaped the industry for the better. You know, yeah, the Kinect wasn't that great. Xbox One launch wasn't that great. I thought that was genius, honestly. But I get it now. I've watched the documentary on the PS3 to the Xbox One. They both kind of flip-flopped their ideas and they both kind of buried themselves. I get it. Yeah, whatever. But at the end of the day, Microsoft makes some pretty bad games. Sony does too, and Nintendo does too. I'm just so excited to be alive at this moment and see all this crazy acquisitions going on. And I hope I'm saying that right. Just all the stuff. Like I'm such a freaking big fan. Like, you know, I've been giggling about this all day. Like my wife calls and she's like trying to tell me what happened throughout her day, and I'm like, babe, I need to get off the phone. Like I just read the biggest thing in a long time, and she's like, what? So she's like, tell me. So I tell her, and then it's like, oh yeah, you're right. I don't even care. I'm like, I know. That's why I need to get off the phone, babe. I need to call some of my buddies, and I need to talk video games because I can't believe what just freaking happened. This is just mind-blowing, mind-boggling, mind everything. Just like, yeah. So, hope you guys are enjoying this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Please smash that subscribe button. Comment down below what you like, what you didn't like. I want to hear it all. You want me to make a different video, you comment down below and let me know, okay? Until then, I will do my best to try to stay on top of this, but this is a rare occasion of me popping it up and doing a first time audio thing. So yeah, maybe I'll get some birds like Rich does and review Tech USA. That's my favorite go-to source for news. So can't wait to see what happens next. But until then, Glass Tech out.
Hi guys, thanks for watching our video. Make sure to click the like button and click the subscribe button. Bye!